Hi guys, good morning. So welcome to the live lectures for Math 1. So again, I'm Jenina Marie Galang and you can call me Ate Jenina. So start na tayo. So proceed muna tayo dun sa correction. So lutang moment ng video lectures. So sa distance 4, meron kasi tayong example. So we have to find distance between -3, 1, and -2. So the distance between 2 points is equal to the square root of the difference of x values squared plus the difference of y values squared. So here we have -3 minus 1 squared plus 1 minus -2 squared. So we will have the square root of -4 squared plus 3 squared, which is the square root of 16 plus 9. We have the square root of 25, which is 5. So sa distance formula, yung square root natin dito is principal square root or the positive square root. So hindi natin kukunin yung negative. So wala naman kasing negative na distance. Wala namang negative na distance. So thank you kay Eileen for pointing this out. And yun, na-appreciate ko si Kailin kasi nag-effort siya na magsulat. And yun, magandang strategy kasi yung pagsusulat, lalo na sa math, para may mga processes kasi na mas maintindihan mo lang kapag ikaw na mismo yung gumawa. So, pero nasa sa inyo naman din yun kasi iba-iba din naman tayo ng learning strategy. So next, sorry, may kinuha pala akong ibang questions kasi isa lang yung questions na nag-send. And mamaya, dadaanan natin yung nag-send ng question. So we have number 1. Which of the following does not belong to the group? So we have 7 minus 12i, the square root of -5, the square root of 14, and the square root of -16, and e. So here, note that our imaginary numbers have the form a plus bi, or this is the complex numbers, where a is the real part and bi is the imaginary part. So yung a natin is an imaginary part. Also yung the square root of -5, which is 5i. And also yung letter D, the square root of -16 is 4i. So yung real number lang natin here is the square root of 14. So the answer here is the square root of 14. So next, number 2, which of the following is not a true statement? So first, daanan muna natin lahat ng choices. So every number is divisible by 2. So this statement is false since meron tayong numbers which is not divisible by 2. For example, yung odd numbers natin. So letter B, every odd number is not divisible by 2. So this is true. Next, every number divisible by 2 is an even number. So this is also true. And next, every even number is divisible by 2. So true yung B, C, D. Hence, yung false statement natin is letter A. So ang answer dito is every number is divisible by 2. So this is not a true statement. So next, we have if A is a set containing this, and B is the set containing this, and we have C. So we have A, B, C to be sets. What is A union B intersection C? So here, unahin natin kunin yung nasa parenthesis, which is A union B. Pagsamahin lang natin lahat ng elements ng A and B. So we have 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, and 13. Next is to intersect this set to the set C. So, kukunin natin yung elements na nakay A union B and nakay C. So, dapat both elements ay nandun sa sets na to. So, we have 4, 6, 7, and 8. So, the answer is letter A. So, pakisabi na lang kung medyo mabilis yung pacing. So, next. So, given that 32y equals 128, solve for y. So, to solve this kind of problems, ang gagawin natin is to change the base. Dapat same yung base natin sa both sides. So, 32y can be written as 2 raised to 5y. So 2 raised to 5 is 32, and 128 can be written as 2 raised to 7. So once na same na yung base ng both sides of the equation, we can equate the exponents. So we have 5y equals 7, and then isolate natin yung variable y. So we have 7 over 5 by dividing both sides by 5. 1 over 5. So ang sagot is 7 over 5, which is letter B. So next, which of the following is the greatest? So we have 3 raised to 125, 9 raised to 75, 5 raised to 100, and 2 raised to 225. So ang approach natin dito is isulat muna natin yung 9 raised to 75 as this. So we have 3 raised to 2 times 75 is equal to 3 raised to 150. So dito makikita natin that B is greater than A. So we can eliminate choice A. So sa pagsagot ng mga exams, pwede kayong gumamit ng elimination method. So next na gagawin natin is to find the highest common factor of the exponents. So in our case, we have 150, 100, and 225. And yung highest common factor na nila is 25. So i-factor out natin yung 25 sa mga exponents. So we will have, for 3 raised to 150, we have 3 raised to 6 times 25. And for 5 raised to 100, we have 5 times 4 raised to 25. And last, for 2 raised to 225, we have 2 raised to 9 times 25. So, pakicheck na lang tong mga to. And next, kunin natin yung exponents na smaller exponents dito sa na-factor out natin. So, So for 3 raised to 150, kunin natin yung 3 raised to 6, we have 729. And 5 raised to 4, for 5 raised to 100, we have 625. And 2 raised to 9, we have 512. So, ginawa natin yan kasi mas doable na yung mga exponents natin. So, since itong 3 raised to 6, yung greatest number among these numbers, then the answer is 3 raised to 150, which is 9 raised to 75. So, the answer is 9 raised to 75. Letter B. Yun, mabilis ba? So next we have number 6. So one pipe can fill a pool in 6 hours and it takes the drain 12 hours to empty the same pool. With the pipe on and the drain open, how many hours will it take for the pool to be filled? So hindi ko alam kung paano ito i-discuss, pero inassume ko na lang na wala kayong idea kung paano to answeran. So, tignan natin kung paano natin i-derive yung equation natin na gagamitin dito. So, note that, so in working problems, one whole completed task is designated by the number 1, which is equal to the part of the task done by the first person or machine plus the part of the task done by the second person or machine. So, pwede nating i-extend tong formula na to into several persons or machines. So, yung part of the work completed is equal to the rate times time. And if one person or a machine, if isa lang yung person or machine na nakatapos ng one whole complete task, then 1 is equal to rate times time. And here, we can get rate is equal to 1 over time. So for instance, yung pipe natin dito, so denote this pipe as P sub 1. Yung rate niya is 1 over time, which is 1 over 6 hours, 1 over 6. And suppose that we have another pipe denoted by P sub 2, which can fill the pool in 8 hours. Then the rate of this second pipe is 1/8. So, ibig sabihin kapag sa pipe 1, if kapag nakalipas na yung 2 hours, pipe 1 can fill the pool in for 2 over 6, which is 1/3 of the pool. So kapag 6 hours, then na-fill niya na lahat, na-fill niya na yung pool. So for pipe 2, so kapag for instance, 4 hours na yung nakalipas, ibig sabihin, kalahati na ng pool yung napupuno niya. So we have the part of task completed by P1 in T hours is 1 over 6 times T, and for P2 is 1 over 8 T. So, kapag na-work yung dalawang pipes natin ng sabay, then the one whole task completed is equal to the part of the first pipe and the part of the task completed by the second pipe, which is, so manipulating this equation, we can divide both sides by 1 over t. So we will have 1 over 6 plus 1 over 8 equals 1 over t. So in general, we have this. So if a person or a machine, the part of a person or a machine plus the part of the another person or a machine is equal to the one complete task, completed task. So which is equal to this equation. So going back to the problem, we have one pipe can fill a pool in 6 hours. So its rate is 1/6 and the drain takes the drain 12 hours to empty the same pool. So yung rate ng drain is 1/12. So with the pipe on and the drain open, how many hours will it take for the pool to be filled? So using our formula here, so 1/3 is equal to 1/6 less 1/12. Nilas natin yung 1/12 since hindi naman siya nakakatulong sa pagpuno ng pool. So, mag-multiply ulit tayo both sides ng 12t. So, here we have 12 equals 2t minus t, which is equal to 2t less t equals t, which is 12. So number 6 is letter B. So next, how many different committees of 5 people can be chosen from 10 people? So dito, hindi nagmamatter yung order nung pagpili natin ng 5 people from 10 people. So, ang gagamitin natin dito is the combination formula where in n distinct objects taken r at a time is equal to n factorial over r factorial times n minus r factorial. So, substitute natin yung n natin which is 10 and yung kukunin natin ay 5 people. So, yung r natin is 5. So, we have 10 factorial over 5 factorial times 10 minus 5 factorial, which is this. So, sorry kung maingay. And cancel out natin yung 5 factorial. We have this, which is equal to 252. So, number 7 is letter A. And next, Harry Potter series has 7 different books. In how many ways can the books be replaced on the shelf? So dito, nagmamatter yung arrangement ng books natin. So ang gagamitin natin is permutation. So note that the number of permutations of any distinct objects taken n at a time is n factorial. In other words, taken is taken n at a time. So or r at a time to. And since 7 books din yung kukunin natin dito sa problem natin, from 7 books we have this. So we will have n factorial over n minus n factorial. So n minus n factorial is just equal to 0 factorial. So 0 factorial is equal to 1. So note that 0 factorial is equal to 1. Also, 1 factorial is equal to 1. So ang formula natin here is n factorial. Thus, we can arrange the 7 books on the shelf 7 factorial, which is 5,040 times. So letter B. Wait lang. So, number 9. So, medyo mabilis ata tayo. So, in how many ways can 5 people sit around a circular table? So, dito meron tayong special kind of permutation. So, kapag nag-arrange tayo ng n objects in a circular manner, yung formula doon is n minus 1 factorial. So here, the total number of ways that 5 people can be arranged in a circular table is 5 minus 1 factorial, which is 4 factorial, and it is equal to 24. So this kind of permutation is called the cyclic permutation. So letter C. So next, number 10. So what is the value of the digit x in order for this to be divisible by 2, 3, and 6? So para masagutan natin itong number 10, we will present the divisibility rules. So for number 2, para malaman natin if the number is divisible by 2, then the last number should be even. So yung last number ng last digit ng number natin should be even. And if yung number is divisible by 3, then yung sum of the digits or the sum of the numbers should be divisible by 3. So yung sum ng digits dun sa number natin should be divisible by 3. And for 4, the last 2 digits should be divisible by 4. And for 5, the last number should be 0 or 5. And for 6, should satisfy the divisibility rules of both 2 and 3. So here, what is the value of the digit x in order for 5719x to be divisible by 2, 3, and 6? So here, gagamitin ulit natin yung elimination process since yung 7 is not even. Dapat kasi yung x natin is even to be divisible by 2. So we can eliminate choice A. So para malaman natin kung divisible, para malaman natin yung x, next yung divisibility sa number 3, dapat yung digits natin 5719 and x, the sum of these digits is divisible by 3. So we have 5 plus 7 plus 1 plus 9 plus x, that is 22 plus x, should be divisible by 3. So if yung x natin is equal to 0, we will have 22. And yung 22 is not divisible by 3. So hindi yung x is not 0. And if x equals 2, then the sum is 24, which is divisible by 3. So choice natin is, pwedeng choice natin is 2. And last, if x is equal to 6, then the sum is 28. So hindi divisible yung 28 ng 3. So ang sagot dito is letter C. So pwede nyong i-check din yung divisibility rule dun sa number 6. Pero yung natitira na lang kasi nating choice dito is number 2. So, the answer here is letter C. So, wait lang. Wait lang muna tayo saglit. So, I think dun sa permutation and combination, na-discuss ko siya sa video lectures. So, pakibalikan na lang yun. So, sa combination kasi, hindi sa permutation is nagmamatter yung order niya. So, break muna tayo ng 5 minutes. So, continue na tayo. So, may nagtanong sa number 10. So, yung x dito is ones digit nung number na to. So, ones, tens, hundreds, and so on. So, ang gagawin natin is kukunin natin yung x. Determine natin yung x para maging divisible siya by 2, 3, and 6. Yun. So, okay na ba? Yun. So, hindi natin i-multiply yung x dito sa 5,719 na. So, ulitin ko na lang to. So, dito kasi meron tayong divisibility rules. So, ito, dapat kapag yung number ay, yung last digit ng number natin is even, then it is divisible by 2. So, for example, 2, 4, and 248. Then, since even yung 8, ibig sabihin divisible siya by 2. So, another, for number 3, the number is divisible by 3 if the sum of the numbers should be divisible by 3. So, for example, itong number natin dito, yung sum ng digits ng number na to is 2 plus 4, which is 6 plus 8, we have 14. Since 14 is not divisible by 3, then this number is not divisible by 3. So, for instance, kapag ang number natin is 2, 1, 6, so yung sum ng digits ng 216 ay 2 plus 1 plus 6, which is 9. And since 9 is divisible by 3, then 216 is divisible by 3. And so 4, the last two digits should be divisible by 4. And for example, yung sa 248, yung last two digits natin here is 48, which is divisible by 4. Hence, 248 is divisible by 4. And for a number to be divisible by 5, the last number should be 0 or 5. So, madali na lang naman itong number, itong 5. And next, yung 6, dapat yung number natin should satisfy the divisibility rules of both 2 and 3. So, yung ginawa natin, wait, burahin ko lang itong sinulat ko. So, here, para maging divisible yung 5,719x sa 2, dapat even yung last number natin. So, yung x natin here is dapat even number. And sa choices natin, pwede nating tanggalin yung 7 kasi hindi siya even number. So, we can eliminate choice A. So, and next, for 5,719x to be divisible by 3, dapat yung sum of the digits of this number should be divisible by 3. So we have 5 plus 7 plus 1 plus 9 plus x, which is 22 plus x, should be divisible by 3. So try natin yung 0. If x equals 0, then 22 plus 0 is 22. So yung 22 is not divisible by 3. So eliminate na natin yung 0. And unahin natin yung x equals 6. Yung sum is 22 plus 6, which is 28. And yung 28 is not divisible by 3. So, eliminate din natin yung 6. And yung natitira nating choice is 2. If x equals 2, then the sum is 24. And yung 24 is divisible by 3. So, yung sagot natin here is letter C. So, wait lang. So, proceed na tayo sa number 11. So, the sum of the digits of a two-digit number is 16. So, meron tayong number that is two-digit, that has two digits. So, the number is 18 less than the number obtained by reversing the digits. Find the two-digit number. So, ito dapat yung sum ng two digits ng number natin is equal to 16. So, sa letter A, 7 plus 6 is 13, which is not 16. So, eliminate din natin tong letter A. So, 9 plus 7 equals 16, 7 plus 9 equals 16, 8 plus 8 equals 16. So, now, we begin with letting T to be the tens digit of the two-digit number and U be the ones digit. So, yung we can represent the two-digit number by 10t plus u and the reverse number by 10u plus t. So, for example, meron tayong number na 76. So, yung t natin here is 7 and yung u natin is 6. So, the two-digit number is 10t, which is 10 times 7 plus 6. We have 76. And kapag ni-reverse natin yon, we can multiply 10 to u. So we have 60 or 6 times 10 plus 7. We have the reverse number of the 76, which is 67. So next, we have here the working equations. T plus u equals 16. So sinabi natin kanina na yung digit number, yung sum of the digits ng number natin is 16. And we have another equation. The number is 18. So yung mismong number natin, which is 10t plus u is meaning kapag translate mo to mathematical sentence, magiging equal siya. So 18 less than the number obtained by reversing the digits. So sa pag-convert ng less than, dapat mauuna yung number after nung word na less than. So uunahin natin yung the number obtained by reversing the digits. So we have 10u plus t minus 18. So itong conversion ng sentence na to ay 10t plus u equals 10u plus t less 18. So, solve natin by manipulating number 2. So, transpose natin yung 10u to the left side, to the left-hand side, and yung t to the left-hand side. So, we are left with 9t minus 9u, which is equal to negative 18. So, dividing both sides by 1 over 9, we have t minus u equals negative 2. And transpose natin yung u to the right side, we have t equals u minus 2. Then, substitute natin yung equation 5 to equation 1. We have u minus t plus u equals 16. So, we will have 2u equals 18, which is u equals 9. Then, substitute natin yung u equals 9 dun sa equation 1. We have t equals 16 minus 9. So, transpose na natin yung u to the right side. So, we have t equals 7. So, yung tens digit natin is 7 and yung ones digit natin is 9. So, the answer is 79. So, wait lang, guys. So, next problem. The first term of an arithmetic progression. What term is negative 51? So, gagamitin natin yung formula ng arithmetic progression. So, na-discuss naman to sa video lecture. We have a sub n is equal to a sub 1, the first term of the sequence or the progression, plus n minus 1 times the common difference. So, yung first term natin sa progression natin is 6. And yung common difference natin is negative 3. So, sorry, negative 3 to dapat. So, we have, and the nth, the a sub n, the value of the nth term is equal to negative 51. So, substitute natin yung mga values natin. We have negative 51 equals 6 plus n minus 1 times negative 3. So, ang hinahanap natin dito is yung nth term. So, anong term yung negative 51? So, negative 51 equals 6 minus 3n plus 3. So, we have 3n equals 60, which is n equals 20. So, the 20th term is negative 51 for this arithmetic progression. So, yung sagot is letter C. So, next, What is the sum of the following infinite series? 4 over 5, 4 over 20, 4 over 25, and so on. And since sum yung hinahanap natin, then we can form the sum of the given sequence as this. We have 4 plus 4 plus over 5 plus 4 over 25, and so on. And in summation notation, we have this. So, yung para makuha natin yung common ratio dito, so mapapansin nyo kasi na yung bawat term kapag minultiply natin yung, makuha natin yung next term kapag yung previous term ay imumultiply natin yan ng 1 over 5. So 4 times 1 over 5 is 4 over 5, and 4 over 5 times 1 over 5 is 4 over 25, and so on. So yung common ratio natin dito is 1 over 5. So pwede nyo rin gamitin yung formula na R equals the second term over the first term. So here we have 4 over 5. Wait lang, hirap magsulat. Over 4, which is equal to 4 over 5 times 1/4. And the common ratio is equal to 1 over 5. So yung common ratio natin is 1 over 5. And sabi niya, if R is between -1 to 1, we can use this formula for the sum of the geometric series. A sub 1 over 1 over R. A sub 1 or the first term over 1 minus R. Since yung combination natin is between these values, -1 to 1, then we can use this formula. So we have A sub 1, which is the first term, we have 4 over 1 minus 1 over 5. We have 4 over 4 over 5, which is 5. So the sum of the geometric series is equal to 5. Wait lang. Number 14. Simplify this expression. So here, dito net 3, i-distribute natin sa expression na nasa loob ng parenthesis. So 3 raised to 3 is 27, and x raised to 4 times 3 is 12. So Sorry. Wait lang. So, ang bagal ng internet. So, kapag yung number is raised to n raised to a, and this, yung sa loob ng parenthesis is na-raise ulit sa b, then this is just equal to n raised to a times b. So, x raised to 4 times 3 is 12, and copy lang natin yung ibang variables. So, i-cancel out natin yung 27, and here we have x raised to 12 over x. So this is just equal to x raised to 12 minus 1. So we have x raised to 11. And also dun sa y over y cubed, we have y raised to 1 minus 3, which is y raised to negative 2. So ibaba na lang natin yun para wala tayong negative exponent. So we have y squared sa denominator, and z raised to 5 less 2 is equal to z raised to 3. So, letter A. So next, find the solution of the inequality x over 5, x minus 5 over 4 less than or equal to 0. So here we can just multiply both sides by 4. So we are left with x minus 5 is less than or equal to 0. And transpose natin yung negative 5 sa kabila, or add both sides by plus 5. By 5, we have x is less than or equal to 5. So sa number line, so suppose this is x and 0, and this is 5. So yung x natin is less than or equal to 5. So inclusive yung 5 to negative infinity. So the answer is letter B. So next, number 16. So evaluate f of 4, 2 when f of xy equals this expression. So ang gagawin nyo lang, substitute nyo lang yung value ng x, which is 4, and yung 2 sa y. So we have, hindi ko na substitute. So 4 squared, 4 squared minus 2 cubed. Sorry, may cube to dapat. Next, we have over the square root of 4 minus 3. So which is 2 times 16 minus 8 over 1. So we have 24. So letter A. So next, reduce this rational expression to lowest terms. 10x squared plus 23xy plus 9y squared over 8x squared plus 6xy plus y squared. So ang gagawin lang natin dito is to factor out the numerator and the denominator. So usually trial and error. So um, mm, mag-practice lang kayo ng practice para maging familiar na kayo um, sa mga factors. So, we can factor this out to 5x plus 9y times 2x plus y and yung numerator by this 4x plus y times 2x plus y. So, cancel out natin yung 2x plus y. So, we are left with this expression. So, 5x plus 9y over 4x plus y. So, letter A. So, break lang tayo ulit ng 5 minutes. So, balikan natin yung number 11. So, dito kasi, nag-represent tayo ng variable t and u. So, for t, we have the tens digit, and yung u, we have yung ones digit. So, yung working equation natin is the sum of the digits of two digit is number is 16. So, we have t plus u equals 16. So, yung next sentence dito, the number is 18 less than the number obtained by reversing the digits. So, this is just another information for us to find the two-digit number. So, para ma-convert natin tong sentence na to, we have the number, which is yung, ito, 10t plus u equals the number obtained by reversing the digit. So, 10t plus u equals 10u plus t less 18. So, we have this. So, kapag minanipulate natin tong equations natin, we have sa equation 2, we have this 9t minus 9u equals negative 18. And makukuha natin dito na t is equal to u minus t. So, substitute natin yung t dito sa equation 1. So, we have u minus t plus u equals 16. So, u plus u, we have 2u equals 18. And yung ones digit natin is equal to 9. So, yung nakuha na natin sa ones digit is 9. So, ang hanapin na lang natin is yung tens digit. So, substitute natin yung ones digit natin dito sa first equation natin so that we can find the tens digit. So, we have t equals 16 minus 9. So, dito, transpose lang natin yung u. We have 16 minus u. And yung u natin is 9. So, we have this. Hence, the tens digit is 7. So, yung ones digit natin ay 9 and yung tens digit natin is 7. So, the answer is 79. So, next, number 18. Find the midpoint of these points, 2, negative, and negative 4. And 4. So, yung formula ng midpoint natin is this. So, we have x1 plus x2, or the summation of the 2x values over 2, and the summation of y values over 2. So, we have 2 plus negative 5 over 2 and negative 1 plus 4 over 2. So, 2 plus negative 5 is negative 3 over 2 and 3 over 2. So yung answer is letter A. So guys, wait lang. Medyo mabagal yung internet ko ngayon. So break na lang muna tayo, saglit lang. So let's proceed to number 19. Diyan pa ba kayo? Find the distance between 2, negative 1, and 5, negative 5, 3. So by the distance formula, we have this. So na-discuss naman natin to kanina. So plug in lang natin yung x sub 1. We have 2 less negative 5 squared plus negative 1 less 3 squared. So we have 7 squared plus negative 4 squared, which we will have the square root of 49 plus 16 is the square root of 65. So letter D. So number 20. So find the domain of the function f of x equals 3x over the square root of 3x plus 12. So domain natin dito is dapat yung denominator is not equal to 0. And since yung denominator natin is square root dapat greater yung denominator natin. So, not be equal to 0. So, we have this, which is equal to 0. So, nag-squared lang tayo both sides. 3x plus 12 is should not equal to 0. And transpose to -4. And notice that the denominator is radical, and we know that the domain of a radical function is the set of non-negative. So we have 3x plus 5 is greater than or equal to 0. So transpose ulit yung -12, we have x is greater than or equal to -. So kapag pinagsama natin yung restrictions natin, we will have x is greater than -4. Yan, naintindihan niyo ba? medyo technical kasi na nalagay kong solutions. So next, number 21. What is the inverse of f if f of x equals the square root of x plus 4? So sa video lecture, sabi natin na need muna nating i-check if the function is one-to-one. Since meron kasi tayong theorem na one-to-one function lang ang merong mga inverses. So kapag hindi one-to-one yung function natin, ibig sabihin nun walang inverse yung function natin. So dito, check natin na this is one-to-one since we have a square root function and ang mga square root function ay ang graph nila is a parabola that opens to the right. So by horizontal line test, so kapag nag-drawing ka ng kahit anong horizontal that passes through our graph, mag-intersect lang siya sa isang point. So, f of x is 1-to-1. This function is 1-to-1. So next, sa process natin, we will let y to be equal to f of x, which is y equal to square root of x plus 4. So square both sides, so y squared, and the square root of x plus 4 squared, maka-cancel out yung square root natin, and yung squared, we have x plus 4. And transpose, isolate natin yung x, so we can transpose negative 4. 4 to the other side, we have y squared minus 4 equals x. And pwede na nating ibalik yung sa f inverse na notation natin, which is f inverse of x equals x squared minus 4. So letter C. So next, number 22. When f of x equals 3x squared and h of x equals 3x minus 2, such that x belongs to the real numbers, find f of h of x. Find the composition of f of h of x. Sorry. So f of h of x is just equal to this. Yan, ang ganda ng sulat ko. F of h of x. So meaning, isa-substitute lang natin yung h of x doon sa x ng f of x natin. So we have 3 times yung h of x, 3, which is 3x minus 2 squared. So we have this, expand lang natin, and we will have 9x squared minus 6x minus 6x plus 4. And cancel, magiging negative 12x to. So we will have 27x squared minus 36x plus 12. So letter B. Next, if h of x equals 2x cubed, what is h of 2? So isa-isahin lang muna natin to. We have h of x. So substitute natin yung 2x cubed doon sa value nung sarili niya. So we have doon sa function na h of x. So we have 2 times 2x cubed raised to 3. So we have this. And itong h of x ay i-compose ulit natin sa h of x. So, substitute ulit natin tong expression na to dito sa x ng h of x. So, we will have this. And apply the rule of exponents. Since evaluate natin when x equals 2, so substitute natin yung 2 sa x. So, we will have this. So, 2 times 2 cubed equal lang siya sa 2 raised to 4. And then, apply ulit yung rule of exponent sa innermost. So, we will have 2 raised to 12. And then, meron tayo ditong, itong quantity na to is na-raise sa 3. So, we distribute this exponent doon sa 2 dito. So, we will have 2 raised to 3 and 2 raised to 12 raised to 3. So, rule of exponent ulit, we have 12 times 3, have 2 raised to 36. So, pag-plus nyo lang itong mga exponents na to, we have 36 plus 3 plus 1, we have 40. So, letter C. So, number 24, find the sum of the functions f and g. And f of x equals x minus 5, and g of x equals 3x squared plus 1. So, combine nyo lang yung like terms. So, ang like terms lang natin dito is negative 5 and 1. And copy nyo lang yung ibang terms. So, we have 3x squared plus x minus 4. So, letter A. And next, number 25, is the function p of x equals x cubed plus 2x odd or even. So, para malaman natin kung odd or even to, magsasubstitute tayo ng negative x dun sa function natin. So, p of negative x is equal to negative x cubed plus 2 times negative x. So, we have negative x cubed minus 2x. So, pwede nating factor out yung negative or ilabas yung negative. So, we will have this, which is just equal to negative px. So, sabi natin sa video lecture, kapag ito yung lumabas, add function yung function natin. So, 25 is letter B. So, number 26. So, sa mga ganitong problems naman is, yung iwasan lang natin is carelessness. Kasi minsan, yun, namamali tayo sa arithmetic. So, subtract the sum of these expressions from the difference of these. So, since from yung ginamit dito, unahin natin yung itong difference. So, 5x squared minus 10y squared minus 2x squared minus y squared. And subtract natin to. We have this. So, combine like terms ulit. 5x, is distribute nyo muna tong negative sign. So, we have negative 2x squared plus y squared. And dito, combine like terms, 3x squared plus 2x squared, we have 5x squared. And 5y squared minus 4y squared is y squared. So we have 5x squared minus 2x squared. We have 3x squared minus 9 squared, 9y squared. And distribute nyo ulit yung negative sign. We have negative 5x squared and minus y squared, which is negative 2x squared minus 10y squared. So letter C. So break ulit tayo, 5 minutes. So next, simplify this expression. So meron tayong rule of exponent. A raised to negative 1 is just 1 over A. And so, a raised to negative 1 is 1 over a plus b raised to negative 1 is 1 over b. So, ganun din dito sa denominator. We have a plus b raised to negative 1. We have 1 over a plus b. So, pagsamahin natin tong expressions na, yung terms natin sa numerator, we have this. And divide this. So, kapag sa pag-divide dito, we will reverse this tong divisor. And reverse, pagpapalitin natin yung numerator and yung denominator. And gagawin natin siyang multiplication. So, a plus b times a plus b equals a plus b squared over ab. So, we have this a squared plus 2ab plus b squared over ab by expanding this numerator. So, letter C. So, number 28, give the value of x which would make the function undefined. So, para maging undefined tong function na to, dapat yung denominator natin is equal to 0. So, equate natin yung denominator natin to 0. So, we have 7 minus x equals 0. And transpose, we have x equals 7. So, para maging undefined tong function natin, x should be equal to 7. And number 29, determine the equation of the line which passes through for negative 2 and has a slope of 3. So, gagamitin natin yung point slope form ba to? So, this form, y less y1 equals m times x minus x1. So, yung point natin is 4 and negative 2. And yung slope natin is 3. So, plug and play lang. We have y minus negative 2 equals 3 times x minus 4. So, we have y plus 2 equals 3x minus 12. So, y equals 3x minus 14. So, wala siya sa choices natin. So, ang sagot dito is letter E. Next, what is the remainder when this expression is divided by x minus 1? So, ang pwede nating gamitin dito is remainder theorem. So, pwede naman kayo mag-synthetic division kung gusto nyong mapahaba. Pero, gamitin natin yung remainder theorem. So, let this be p of x. And, yung c natin doon is 1. So, p of 1. Substitute natin yung value ng c. So, sa video lecture natin is x minus c. So, yung 1, substitute natin yung 1 dito sa p of x. So, we have p of 1 equals this. So, evaluate natin tong numbers na to. We will have negative 1. So, by remainder theorem, ang remainder, the remainder of this when divided by x minus 1 is negative 1. So next, a line is parallel to x plus 3y equals 7 and passes through the point 6 minus 6 negative 2. Find its y-intercept. So, para malaman natin yung slope ng line na to or equation na to, we can rewrite this into its slope-intercept form. So, transpose nyo lang yung x to the right side. So, we have this. Y equals negative 1/3 x plus 7/3. So, here, yung slope natin dito ay negative 1/3. Since sabi nat ang naka-indicate din sa video lecture natin, if two lines are parallel, then if M1 is the slope of the other line, it should be parallel to, it should be equal to the slope of the line, yung isang line. So since parallel yung line natin dito, so yung slope nung line natin is m equals negative 1/3. Negative 1/3 din. And now we will find its y-intercept. So we have, since it passes through the point 6, negative 2, this point satisfies the equation of the line y equals negative 1/3 x plus b. Thus, substituting x and y with the given point, we have negative 2 equals negative 1/3 times 6 plus b. So yung y-intercept natin is negative 2 plus 2, which is 0. So letter C, yung sa third one. Number 32, which of the following expressions result on irrational number? So for A, note that we can use this. So pwede naman gawin natin to. Pagsamahin natin yung distribute natin square root sa ito na lang. Pwede natin tong gawin. And then, reduce natin. We have the square root of 1/4, which is 1/2. So this is a rational number. So rational number to. Ito, we will have just 8. Cancel out natin itong square root and yung square. And unahin natin yung D. We will have 4/2, which is, 8/2, which is the square root of 4, which is 2. So yung C, hindi kasi natin ito ma-express na P over Q such that P and Q are integers. So this number belongs to the set of irrational numbers. So yung sagot natin is letter C. Next, the sum of two positive numbers is 151. The lesser number is 19 more than the square root of the greater number. What is the value of the greater number minus the lesser number? So let x be the lesser positive number and y be the greater positive number. And sabi sa first sentence, yung sum nila is 151. So we have this. And pwede nating isolate yung y. We have y equals 151 less x. And sa next sentence, the lesser number, which is yung x, is equal to 19 more than the square root of the greater number. And the square root of the greater number plus 19. So ito yung conversion ng second sentence. So note that x equals the square root of y plus 19 implies square root of y equals x minus 19. So square both sides, we have y equals x minus 19 squared. So expand natin to, we have this. And substitute natin yung y dito. So 151 minus x equals x squared minus 38x plus 361. Then, pwede nating factor out, i-manipulate natin tong equation natin. We will have this and we will factor out this. So, yung factors niya is 6x minus 30 and x minus 7. And equating both of the factors to 0, we have x equals 7 and x equals 30. So if x equals 7, then y equals 151 minus 7. So sinubstitute lang natin yung x dito. Equals 144, but the square root of 144 plus 19 equals 12 plus 19 equals 31, which is not equal to 7. And if x equals 30, then y equals 151 minus 30, which is equal to 121. Also, the square root of 121 plus 19 equals 11 plus 19, which is 30, equals x. Therefore, yung y minus x equals 121 less 30 equals 91. So, sagot natin is letter D. And for our last number, for a polynomial p of x, the number of p of 3 equals negative 2. Which of the following is true about p of x? So by remainder theorem, alam natin na kapag yung x minus 3 is dinivide natin sa p of x, and yung 3 is sinubstitute natin dun sa p of x natin, meron tayong nakuhang negative 2. So by remainder theorem, ang x minus, kapag dinivide natin yung p of x sa x minus 3, makakuha tayo ng negative 2 as the remainder. So yung sagot dito is letter D. So 34 is letter D. So that's all for Math 1. So questions? Pwede kayong mag-ask. And that's all. And thank you.